This statue should not exist. 1,000 tons of concrete, balancing at 700 meters above sea level. Lightning strikes this mountain up to 6 times every year. Hurricane winds never stop. Engineers said building here was impossible. No roads, no cranes, no flat ground. They built it anyway. And what they built inside, nobody was meant to find out. The year is 1921. Brazil wants a monument for its independence centenary, something eternal. Mount Corcovado rises 710 meters, visible from every corner of the city. The obvious choice. Engineer Heitor da Silva Costa wins the design contest. His first sketch, nothing like what stands today. His original Christ held a globe in one hand and a cross on his shoulder. But critics saw football, Brazil's most popular sport, made the globe look ridiculous. Da Silva Costa travels to Europe. He returns with artist Carlos Oswald and a radical new vision. Christ would become the cross itself. Arms outstretched, a symbol of peace, not power. French sculptor Paul Landowski takes the commission. He will carve Christ's head and hands in Paris. Romanian sculptor Gheorghe Leonida carves the face, every detail shaped by hand, in clay in France. The head arrives in Brazil in 50 separate pieces, the hands in 8. The pieces have arrived, but getting them to the summit would nearly end everything. No roads reach the summit. Every piece must travel by cogwheel train through dense jungle. Steel was too heavy, copper too expensive, cast iron impossible to form into curves. Reinforced concrete, recently invented, was the only answer. Strong enough, light enough. But concrete is rough. The Silva Costa needs something to cover the curves, something beautiful. In Paris, walking the Champs-Élysées, the Silva Costa finds his answer in a fountain. Soapstone, abundant in Brazil, resistant to erosion, malleable enough to cover every curve. 6 million triangular tiles, cut by hand, glued by hand, applied to every surface by hand. Some tile workers wrote names of loved ones on the back before attaching them forever. Hidden messages sealed inside the statue forever. Christ the Redeemer carries their stories in his skin. But here is what most people will never know. This is not a statue. It is a building. Inside Christ the Redeemer, there are 12 floors, connected by steep steel staircases. Workers enter through a hidden door at the base and climb the entire height inside. The 10th floor is special. It distributes into galleries running through both outstretched arms. At the very top, a trapdoor opens to the outside. Few have ever passed through it. Inside the chest of Christ the Redeemer, engineers built a hidden heart-shaped cavity, a symbol of divine love, hidden from every eye that has ever looked upon it. Lightning rods crown the very top of the head, invisible from below. Protection built into divinity. A chapel sits inside the hollow pedestal beneath the statue. It holds baptisms and weddings. Dedicated to Our Lady of Aparecida, Brazil's patron saint, hidden beneath the Redeemer's feet. Christ the Redeemer had been built, every secret sealed inside. But nature had other plans. The mountain receives up to 6 lightning strikes every year. The statue is their primary target. In 2014, a single lightning strike broke off one of Christ's thumbs, caught on camera. The statue was designed to withstand winds of 250 kilometers per hour, 4 times the wind speed recorded at the summit during construction, built to outlast hurricanes. The soapstone tiles, 6 million of them, have required restoration multiple times over 90 years. Wind and rain wear the stone down year after year. Nature refuses to accept defeat. In 2010, a major restoration revealed cracks in the concrete structure no one had seen. The 2010 restoration cost $3.5 million. The statue had to be saved. 2 graffiti artists once scaled the statue during restoration and tagged the head and arms. Rio's mayor called it a crime against the nation. The world was outraged. The statue had survived lightning, storms, and vandals, but its greatest moment was still ahead. October 12, 1931. 9 years of impossible work is finally complete. Brazil holds its breath. But the inauguration ceremony has a secret of its own. The lights are turned on from Italy. Guglielmo Marconi, inventor of radio, sends a signal from Italy. The lights of Christ ignite. The crowd erupts. Cardinal Lemme declares, Christ conquers. Christ reigns. Christ protects Brazil from all evil. The construction cost $250,000. In today's money, $4 million. Funded entirely by ordinary Brazilians. Not the government, not the Vatican. The people built this. For the Cariocas, people of Rio, Christ the Redeemer is not a monument. He is family. In 2007, over 100 million votes made it one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It stands alongside the Great Wall, the Taj Mahal, Machu Picchu, and the Colosseum. UNESCO declared the surrounding Carioca landscapes a World Heritage Site in 2012. It is the largest Art Deco structure in the entire world. Nothing else comes close. Every year, tourists climb, ride, and escalate to stand beneath arms that embrace an entire city. 90 years of storms, lightning, and time. What Christ the Redeemer still hides, unchanged. 93 years have passed since inauguration. The statue has not moved a single millimeter. Below, the city has changed beyond recognition. Up here, only the stone remembers everything. The 12 secret floors still stand. The heart cavity still waits. The tiles still carry their names. Somewhere inside that skin of 6 million tiles, hidden names wait in the dark forever. Workers who placed those tiles are long gone, but their names remain inside a wonder of the world. It is a building, a chapel, a vault of hidden names, and the soul of an entire city. From every corner of Rio, you can look up and find him watching. Arms never lowered. He's there when they are born. He's there when they die. He has always been there. The engineers who said it was impossible were right, but so were the ones who built it anyway. Steel was rejected. Copper abandoned. Cast iron impossible. Only faith and concrete made it stand. 9 years of labor on a peak where the wind never stopped and the lightning never rested. 50 pieces of a head, 8 pieces of hands, 6 million tiles. One impossible statue. From an impossible peak, in 9 impossible years, they built something humanity will never forget. Ordinary Brazilians funded it with coins. A Romanian carved the face. A Frenchman shaped the hands. That is what Christ the Redeemer hides. Not just secrets in stone, but the story of a people. Now you know what lies inside. Now you see what the world has been standing beneath all along. A concrete building dressed in stone. A chapel beneath. A heart within. Names in every tile. Lightning rods guard the crown. The chapel holds Sunday Mass. The heart stays hidden. The name stays sealed. Rio celebrates carnival beneath him. Football finals echo up the mountain. He watches it all. He watched the 2014 World Cup hosted below him. The whole world watched with him. He watched the World Cup. He watched the Olympics. He has watched everything from that peak. Every generation discovers him again for the first time. The wonder never diminishes. Every year, 2 million visitors make the journey to stand beneath those arms and look up. Future storms will come. Future lightning will strike. The stone will endure. The names will remain. Restoration teams will return. New tiles will replace old ones. But the hidden names stay forever. 100 years from now, those arms will still be open. The city will still look up. What they built here was never just a statue. It was a message carved in stone for eternity. The concrete building, the hidden floors, the heart, the chapel, the names, the impossible made permanent. Arms wide, always open. Over a city that built the impossible because they believed it could be done. Subscribe, hit like, and tell us, which impossible structure should we uncover next? See you in the past.